Good morning. Good morning. First person. Ah, what is so funny? It's a gift. Hello, how are you? We'll wait till everybody get on and I have to share some stuff. Hey, look here, what I tell you. I speak English and Ebonics. Don't try to speak no other language than me. Just trying to show out. My son was trying to speak Japanese to him, like, slow your roll, cat. Good morning, everybody. I'm sorry, I had a little bit too much coffee this morning. I can't sit down. I can't stand still. Okay. So when everybody, like I said, when everybody get in, I have to share some information about the AP exam and how to turn in testing quizzes. We're gonna do. And what's this? All right. I'm not singing no song. It has to be natural. I can't just up and sing it. Okay. I've been trying to be quiet, the whole world is watching me. So let me make sure I got a mark that works. No, I am going to entertain you. I'm going to show you how to do these problems for this test. Okay. All right. We'll wait a few more minutes. Okay. As my grandma would say, I'm going to get me a sip of water while I wait. All right. Okay. So I think we had enough people on here. I guess other people can come on later and watch the video. All right. So before we start doing the practice, okay, you're going to be able to take the AP exam from home, wherever you want to take it. It's going to be online, no multiple choice. Everything is going to be open-ended. Okay. Now I'm going to send a video later today on all the changes that the AP has done. Okay, so for AP statistics, we're not chapter 11, which is chi-square and linear regression transformation, which is chapter 11 and 12, will not be included in the AP exam. So we're going to stop at chapter 10. But if you're taking the AP exam for biology, I need to cover chapter 11. Now, I could stop at 10, but I want to do all 11 and 12 because I want you to be prepared for college. So we'll try to work it in where we get chapter 11 and 12 in, because that's very crucial for when you want to go undergrad and grad school. So you need to be exposed to it. But the AP exam is going to be on chapter 1 through 10. All right. So no multiple choice. Instead of being an hour and a half, it's going to only be 45 minutes. And it's going to be 2 dates that you can take it. They haven't posted the dates, but I would definitely let you know when the dates are going to occur. And again, I'm going to send a PowerPoint that Ms. Hurley sent everybody, all the AP teachers, and I'm going to send you the video about the 8 different things they're going to do for the AP exam. Okay. All right. So one more other thing, okay, to turn in your tests and your quizzes, I put on the blog how to do that. So basically what you're going to do, you're going to take the test. You're just going to write on a sheet of paper. Keep it simple. Write on a sheet of paper your answers. Okay, of course, number the question. Okay, take a picture of it, upload it, send it to my email. Make sure that the subject line clearly says AP statistics so it won't clog up my folder. So my wife is an IT person, so she fixed it where it will go into a folder. Now, another thing is I can't technically put grades in the grade book, but I do have a spreadsheet. So when they when they tell us that we can put the grades in, I'm going to put the grades in. Also, the grades that we had tests and quiz before we left, they told us not to put them in. Now I have to put those in so I can upgrade your grade book. But anything after when they told us to go home, I can't put that in there now, but I'm going to keep it in a spreadsheet. So when they tell us we can do it, boom. Now, after everybody turning their test today, I will make an answer key for it. I'm not going to post the answer key until everybody turning the test, second and third block. All right. All right. With that said, now let's talk about the question you have when I posted the answer key this morning. Just how many problems you want. Okay. You want me to go over? Okay. 13C. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how. It's way too hard. Okay. I'll tell you. Okay. 2. All right. So the test is going to be due in 2 hours after we're done. I'm not going to post it until after we finish this session. Okay. So if you get it done with those 2 hours, I can give you some type of bonus points. 6. Well, y'all working me today. That's okay. All right. 4, 2, 4. All of 13. I was going to do all of 13 anyway, Gabrielle. Okay. Now, but thank you. So we got 9. If you all trying to get me to do this whole test, not going to happen. This is the 3rd practice test. Why are you asking me all these questions? You gotta be kidding me. All right, now that's fine. We'll get it done. Okay, so do you have chemistry? Yeah, all the AP exam. I will send you all the tests is going to be covered. I will post it on the blog. So whatever AP, all the AP exams, what's not covered, what's going to be covered, I will put that on the blog. I'm still going to do AP tutoring. I'm not stopping. Are you kidding me? Okay, remember it's 3:45 if you want to do the AP tutoring. It's 3:45, so you should be done with him. Well, we could put it off to 4. Whoa, slow it down. I know. Oh, okay. I got you. About to. Okay, well, it's due tonight by 7. So I'm gonna post it around 5. At 5. Okay, I didn't think about that. I do apologize. Oh, I get it. I get it. Okay. Cool, cool. Okay, so by 7, I'm gonna post it at 5. Okay, if you get it in before 7, I can give you some bonus points. You're welcome. Sorry about that. You know, I was being a little selfish, thinking all about me. Okay, so number 8. All right. So let me see. Let me go back and see if I missed any questions. 8, 9, 12. 11, 8, 12, 13. Mm-hmm. All these questions y'all asking me, you better make an A on this test. All of you on this block. Okay, now, so is that it? Okay, how about we put the whole test? This is crazy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 13 questions. Okay, so let's go ahead. We can start with number 2. Number 2 is okay. Well, we got that is 7 out of 13. 8 out of 13. Come on now. That's way, and this is the third practice test. Well, anyway, let's get this done. Okay, so if you're looking at number 2, hold on, let me pull up number 2 real quick. Okay. All right. All right. So number 2, the answer is going to be C. Remember, you have to do something over a long period of time. The word typically can be replaced by the average. So that's it. It's just that's what if you look at C, okay, the other options, remember the 3 principles of experimental design: replication, control, and randomness, right? So the reason why I see you want to do it over a long period of time because that's going to make sure that it's actually working. Then remember that hold on. Let me go back to 2. And remember your standard deviation varies from the mean. So that's all you have to do for 2. That's extremely, extremely important. So the people that we do the review with, hey, please do come to these review sessions because I'm teaching you all this stuff, but the way they're going to be questions, and I'm going to be phrasing these questions, it's going to go deeper than what it's not deeper than what I'm doing, but it's not like I'm going over the test and then I'm kind of changing a couple words a little bit. It's going to be some questions that you never seen before, but the concept system is very, very important. Typically, it means average, about, approximate, the estimate. Usually, yeah. Well, typically means the norm. So if you see the word typically, about, on average, it all means the same thing. They're all synonyms of each other. Okay. All right. So we got number 2 out the way. So let's look at number 4. All right. So number 4 is geometric. Hold on. Let me pull up the question real quick. All right. So if you look at number 4, it didn't tell you it was a fixed number, right? So in order for it to be binomial, I know some of y'all use binomial, but nowhere did it say until your first. Just when you go to the blog, all if it's a specific instructor is going to tell you exactly how to do it. Let's focus on these problems. Let's focus on these problems, please. It's due today at 7. If you get it after 7, that's fine. Okay. So if you do number 4, I explained number 4. So that's why number 4 is geometric, because they didn't tell you that it was a fixed number. Okay. All right. So number 4 is geometric. And so we're looking for the probability x is equal to 10. And that's going to be 0.85 raised to the 9th times 0.15. All right. So the next question we had was number 6. All right. So now number 6, they told her that it was normal. Told us to find the top. So they said the top 1%. Well, if you're in the top 1%, is that 99 and above? So if you're looking for the top 10%, that you're gonna, anytime they give you percent, they indirectly giving you your z-score if it's normal. So you go in your calculator and you can go stats, statistics, go to go to menu first. So you go to menu, go to statistics, and then you're gonna go to distributions. Then you're gonna go down to inverse norm. And then you're gonna put in for your area. So that since they're looking for your top 10%, you're gonna put top 1%. I'm sorry. Your top 1%, you're going to put in 0.99. Then you're going to have your mean is already in there. Your mean is going to be 0. Your standard deviation is going to be 1. Because remember when you All right, so when you go in your calculator and you do the inverse norm, that means it's based on the standardized data. Okay, so when you put in 99, then you're going to give you z is equal to 2.33. And so since it's normal, you're going to use z. It's going to be, it's at the top, right? So you're going to do z is equal to your sample mean minus your population mean all over your population standard deviation. Since again, if they give you this, they're indirectly giving you this. All right, now, so all you got to do is plug in with this. You have 2.33 equals, this is what we're looking for. Okay, we know that the mean in this particular case was what? 360. And then this is going to be what? 50. So basically all you're doing is 2.33 times 50 plus 360 is equal to what we're looking for. Because all you're going to do is cross multiply and add 360. And so that's going to give you, if we solve it, it's going to give you that it's approximately what, 476.5. And the only thing on there is 476. The closest thing is 476. Yep, Marie. Yep. If they said that the bottom 1%, or at most 1%, you would just look up the inverse 0.10. Yeah. If you're in the top 1%, okay, let me put it this way, Marie. If you're in the top 10 of your junior class, okay, would that be 10? You're at the lower 10% of the upper 10%. Just think about it that way. Top means at the top, not at the bottom. So this is what number? This is number, well, this is number 6. So let me get this out of the way. Yeah. Well, good morning, sir. What was the question? What question was that? It was 6, wasn't it? Yeah. It said upper 1%, Shadrick. That's why you need to do your homework, Einstein. Now, your intelligence is going to take you too far, man. You got to put the work in there, Chief. All right, so we got this. I want to make sure before I move on, I need some yes, I get it. A no, I do not. What you mean my example? I'm doing the problem. Shadrach, you know what? Just don't type nothing because I know you haven't done anything. Just listen. All right, so we're gonna go on to number 8. I got your next problem. What's the next one? 8. Okay. All right. So we're doing number 8. So they told us that the mean in the beginning was 140. And they told us that the standard deviation in the beginning was what, 22? All right, but they want us to find the sum of the two customers that's coming in. So we're gonna make a formula. You could put, I don't care what you put here. You could put CPRS. It does not matter. I just decided to use Y. So we got the first customer. We have the second customer. Okay, so on average, this should be the cost. Okay, so now we have to find the sum of those. Okay, so now to sum of these together, this is just the formula. So we got to find the mean of y, which since both of these are the same on average, we'll do 140 plus 140, and that's simply going to be what, 280? So now we got to take the same formula and find the standard deviation. For y, we know that's the square root of, then we're going to do this. Oh, so this is 22. Okay, so this should be the same. So we got, should be 2. Okay. Okay, so this should be person number 1, person number 2, but on average, it's they have the average from the mean, the standard deviation, it's the same for both on average. Okay, so we're going to do 22 squared plus 22 squared. All right, and then that's going to give us so you have 31.11, which is going to be approximately 31. All right, give you a minute to see this. Just let me know if we need to go back over it. Just say yes or no. Yeah, go ahead and cook. This be all right. Your mama ate no sausage. Jesus. Okay, still waiting so I can move on. I need some feedback. Yes, you understand or no? Oh, get out your way. All right, cool. All right. So I'm going to get rid of this. All right, so let's look at number 9. All right, that was Sydney. I don't know where she is, but so number 10, number 9. So number 8. Okay, so number 9 we have from the problem from 8. So 8, we know that the mean of x is equal to 140. We know that the standard deviation in the beginning is going to give us 22. Now, they told us that it's the cost is going to, which is your constant. So your cost, they said, was what, $2.50? Then it's going to be, then you have 0.5 times X. Because it said for each day it was $2.50. Then it was going to be basically 5 cents per. Let me pull up the problem. Okay, so the electricity costs. So when you do that, all right, so when you do that, this is the fixed amount per day. This is you're gonna do, I think it was it DVD? Let's see. Yeah. So it'll be a DVD. All right. So what you want to do is you're going to use this information here. So this is per just one person. Okay, so you're going to do 0.05 times the mean of X, okay, plus 2.50. Okay, so that's going to be the mean of X is going to be 140 plus 250. So that's going to give you $7 plus $2.50. And that's going to be $9.50. All right, now we want to find, so this should be, let me fix this. This is the mean of Y. 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 So this is what's called your transformation data. Well, we're going to do transformation again in chapter 12. I know it's not on AP exam, but I need to make sure that you understand it. Because again, you're going to need it in your undergrad, in your grad school. All right, so we got to find the standard deviation of this. But we know that the standard deviation is the square root of the variance. So we got to take the square root of the variance. So now, since remember, we're not going to use a constant for that. So all we need is, only thing we're going to use is this. Remember, you do not use the constant for the standard deviation. So all you have to do now is just do 0.05 times 22. What did I do? Oh. So let me fix that. Okay, so that should be 101. So in the answer key, this is answer key, but this is how you find it. Okay. Oh, the way I was thinking is more than answer key. I ought to go back and change that. But this is your standard deviation. This is the standard deviation for your transformation. All right. Questions on number 9? Oh, so remember, this is your standard deviation, right? Remember, if you want to find the variance, that's going to be 0.05 squared times 22 squared. So if I want to find the standard deviation of that, that simply should be the square root of 0.05 squared times 0.22 squared, which is simply going to give me 0.05 times 22. On the answer key, I was trying to get it done this morning in a hurry. I had a little brain for it, but this is how you do it. Okay, Angela. Okay, so I hope so everybody understand how to do this. Remember, when you're doing your standardization, you do not use the constant. Never use the constant. All right. No questions? If you understand, just say, yes, I understand. Yes, 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 yes. Cedric. All right, now, so let's look at number. Getting on my nerve for no reason, because I know you ain't done nothing. Now, when you get to college, it's gonna catch up with you. Promise you that, homie. Now, okay, so let's look at number 11. Keep not doing your homework. I'm gonna let your mama know. You'll do it then. All right, now. All right, so we're looking at number 11. So if you look at number 11, so we have, so I'm gonna write the chart right here. Okay, so we have what? Runner 1, runner 2, runner 3, and runner 4. The answer to 10, we haven't done it, but we could do it. Oh, for 10? Oh, thank you, Bree. Not Vivian. It's 0.78. No, I didn't see anybody asking for 10, but it's 0.70. I could do 10, but let me go ahead and do this first. So you got your mean, population mean, and you have your population standard deviation for each. All right. So we have what? 0.15 here, 0.16 here, 0.14 here, 0.15 here, 0.49, 0.47, 0.45, and 0.48. Now, so this is your population mean for runner 1. So runner 1 been running for a long period of time. So on average, this is how many minutes that he can run. I forget what the distance is. And this is his time on average away from the mean of 4.9. That's for each one of them. Now, so A asks us to simply define the probability for runner 3. So, but the sample mean for runner 3 is going to be, what was it? Was 4.2. So we kind of trying to see what's the probability that this person, runner 3, can get, so this runner 3 that can get down to that runs on average of 4.5 minutes. Can he get it down? What's the probability he can get it down to 4.2 minutes? So since we know it's normal, so we can use the z-score. So we looking for the probability that so runner 3, mean of runner 3 is going to be less than 4.2. Because you want less than, because if he can run less, get down to this from here, that means he's running a better time. He's running faster. Now, all right, so since it was normal, we're gonna do Z, standardize it down. 4.2, that's the mean sample we're looking for based on the population, which is 4.5 all over what, 0.14. So the probability that is going to occur, the Z-score is a negative 2.14. All right, and we looked that up. That is about 0.10162, which is about 1.62%. Now, this is highly unlikely to happen. So your probability to be able to run that fast is only 1.62%. Okay, that's highly unlikely. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and do the B part. So the B part tell us we want the total time for the whole team. So we want the average. So we want the average time, and we want the average. We want the expected mean, the average mean, and the average standard deviation for the total. Okay, so I put on mine Y. You can put whatever letter you want. So we got R1, R2, runner 1, 2, or runner 3, plus runner 4. Now the mean part is pretty easy. So the mean of Y is just simply going to be all these times added up. So that would be 4.9, okay, 4.7, 4.5, 4.8. And then when we add that up, that should give us 18.9. Okay, and that's 18.9 minutes. That's for the total. That's pretty simple. Now, so let's find the standard deviation for the total time. So we're going to take the standard deviation of the variance of runner 1 plus the variance of runner 2 plus the variance of runner 3 plus the variance of runner 4. All right, so that means the variance is 15 squared plus 0.16 squared plus 0.14 squared plus 0.15 squared. All right, so that's going to give us the standard average standard deviation. That's going to give us 0.3003. All right, so let me know if you have any questions on this. Just put, if you have a question, you do not have any questions, just put, oh no, I'm sorry. Let me get this. Let me say it. If you understand, just simply say yes. And I'm gonna write this up here because we need this for Y, and that's going to give us what, 18.9 and 0.3003. So this is our expected mean for Y. This is our expected standard deviation for Y. Okay, cool. Oh, half a page. What's going on, man? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and erase this. Remember, Y is the total team time in minutes. All right. All right. So what we want to do here, they want to see, what's the probability that you can run? What else? Ugly Y. Let me fix that. Okay, that you can run less than, what's that? What they give us? Less than 18.4 minutes. Okay, now, so what again, that's saying that you're running faster because you got 18.9. So we're gonna standardize the data. So we got 18.4 minus the population expected mean all over the population expected standard deviation. All right, and then that's going to give us, what did I do? Where was I? Oh, for C. All right, so that should give us what? A negative 1.67. All right, which is going to be 0.0475, which is about 4.75% chance that it's going to occur. And we're going to learn next chapter that this is going to be unlikely. This is going to be unlikely as well. But for right now, that's the probability it's going to occur. Okay, so this is the C part. Now, I'm going to go ahead and erase this because we have that, so I can go ahead and do D. So for the D part, we have to do a transformation. Okay, so they want to add time. So what you want to do, I'm gonna let this be P because I need another letter. Then that's just the total time plus before I write that down, we got to do a conversion. So they say we're going to add 1 minute and 15 seconds. So the 1 minute and 15 seconds is 1.25 minutes. So I did that conversion so that everything can be in minutes. So now my equation is going to be P is equal to Y, the total time, plus what they say want to add because they're confident. They just think they just all that. Okay, now that's going to be 1.25. So in that way, everything is in minutes. All right, so now we want to find the expected mean. So expected mean, you're going to use the constant. So expected mean for should be P. All right, so we said that Y, expected mean for Y plus 125 is going to be the expected mean for P is basically just going to be 18.9 plus 1.25. And so that's going to give us 20.15, I think. Yep. Okay, so when we do the standard deviation, since this is just, we have a constant, we're not going to use that. So all you have to do, since you don't have two capital letters here, two different populations. Okay, so what you want to do, you can just simply do 0.3003. Oh, well, let me do this. it's just going to be, yeah, it just is. So it's 0.3003. Because this is actually 1 times the standard deviation. We're not going to use the constant. So that's the answer for all of 11. Oh, Lauren, good to see you, good young lady. Okay, you got this. Thank you for participating. All right, now, so this is all of 11. So if we understand, just simply say yes. All right. Okay, cool. We may proceed. We only got what, 2 problems left? What time is it? We're cooking with some grease now, boy. Okay, let me go ahead and erase this. All right. So let's look at 12. All right, so what is 12 asking for? Oh, so for 12, we're talking about, pretty sure it's ACT. Let me just double check. Okay, 15, 19. Okay, that's 23. All right, so we talk about ACTs. Okay, so for the ACT, so we're gonna put okay, we're gonna say X is ACT scores. Okay, all right. So they told us for the norm for X, norm for the AP scores is equal to the average score is going to be what, 23, with a standard deviation, population standard of 4.9. You know what? I'll just put X here. X here, standard deviation is X here. Okay, so what they want us to do, we got to come up with a transformation equation. So the transformation equation, you got 3 students that's going to take this test, right? And we want the sum of their scores. So X1, X2, X3. All right, so this is going to be the transformation equation that we're going to use to find the average mean for the 3 students and the average standard deviation from the mean of all 3 students. So we want to come here, the mean of Y, because the mean of Y represents the sum of the 3 students. So we basically just going to do, since it's on average, all these means is going to be the same on average. Okay, so we're basically going to do the mean of X1 plus the mean of X2 plus the mean of X3. So that's basically going to be, all these going to be the same. But I'll write it down anyway. So we know that this is just going to be what, 69? I'm impressed. I didn't pick up a calculator. I feel like somebody. Okay, now, so now we got to find the standard deviation for Y for the total. All right, so on average, all these standard deviations are exactly the same, on average. Which is basically going to be 3 times 4.9 raised to the second. So that's the standard deviation of Y of all, the total of all 3. Is going to be 4871. So come over here because we got to use this again. So now we got to find the norm of Y which we said was what, 69? Mm-hmm. Oh. All right. So that is for A, and then this is for B. All right. So this is how you find this. Now we got to find the probability that all three they said is greater than what, 51? Yes. All right. All right. We're good? Yes. So I could go. So this is 12. So we could go and be finished. So you can get to have time to go to Dr. Davis. But we're going to, on average, the scores total is going to be 69. And it's on average over a long period of time, it's going to vary. The standard deviation is going to vary about 8 points, we say about 8.5 from the mean of the 69. Now, so let's do the C part of it. All right. So to do the C part, we need the total, which Y is going to be 69.8, 8.4871. So we look for the probability that Y is going to be, what did it say? Y is going to be greater than 51. Standardize the data. So that's going to be 51 minus what, 69, all over 8.4871. And then that's going to give us Z. It's going to be greater than or equal to, I know that's going to give us a negative number. Okay. Oh, I got to fix that. It's my fault. And I'm sorry. So that's 2.12. So actually the answer should be point. And I'll make a correction after we're done on the block. So that's your probabilities. So that's going to be about 98.3%. Chance it's going to happen. Good. Okay. I was saying that earlier, heard this saying pressure buster pipes. I was trying to get this done this morning. I should have known that I've been teaching you all to do the opposite. So you know what? This is a good question. This is a good time. So if I did this, if I would have drew my norm curve this morning, like I should, so that's 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3. And so if I do that, it's going to be a -2.2. If I did this, and I'm looking for this area, I would have known that this would be, writing this for an answer would have been silly if I'd have do the curve. That's why the curve is very, very important. Because it said greater than the 51. All right. All right. So now let's look at, that's why that curve is so important. Okay. So let's look at number 13. So before we move on, do we have any questions? Just say no if you do not have any. Again, that's why drawing that curve is important. No matter how fast I was trying to get it done, if I'd have drew that curve, I'd have been like, hold on, wait a minute. That can't be right. What you mean? No. Okay, no questions. Okay, good. All right, now, so let's look at number 13. All right, so for number 13, so they told us that the probability is going to be 0.92. And so for this is 0.92, so this is going to be for each trial. So we got a rule, so it's going to be 0.92 for each trial. In the beginning. All right. Then 2, we have a success or a failure. You're either going to succeed or you're not. And then we got the third rule of independence. And we could use a 10% condition rule on that. All right. So now, if you look at the A part, it tells you until there's a success. So we know that until first success, we know that that's a geometric distribution, right? All right. So they told us we're looking for the probability that x equals 3. So that's going to be the first time we failed. So that's going to be 0.8. So since it's independent, we're going to multiply. And the third time we have a success. So remember, these two have to add up what you're looking for. Your exponents have to equal to 3. Your base have to equal to 1. So when we do that, we have 0.0059. Let me double check on this problem. Whoa. Yep. So that's going to be A. Then we're going to look at B. So B tell us we know it's binomial. And we're looking for the probability. So you are asked for C in a way. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do B since I'm up here. Okay, so we know that B is binomial because we got the 3 rules and they told us that it was fixed. So that means if it's a greater, so we had that P was X was less than or equal to 5. So when you take the AP exam or when you take it in college, X is equal to 0. Binomials always start at 0. Then you can do dot, 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 plus the probability that X is equal to 5. That's your cumulative. Then when you solve that, that's going to be 0.6323. All right. So for C, it asks you for what? Asks you for inclusively. So does it inclusive mean to include? So if they say inclusively, you have to include that value. If they say exclusively, that means no. Okay, since we got inclusively, so that means we're looking for the probability that X is strictly between 6 and 11. So in other words, this is your lower bound. This is your upper bound. For your cumulative. In other words, since it's binomial, you're going to say binomial CDF, because that's cumulative. Then you're going to put in your parentheses, what was it? It was a total of 12. N was 12. 12, the probability of success in this particular case was 0.92. Then your lower bound is 6. Your upper bound is this is your upper bound. This is your probability. This is your sample size. Oh, if you go with B, if you look at B, hold on for a second. So if you look at B, said, what's the probability that he scores 5 or less of his next 8? Okay, so when they say his next 8, they're telling you that's a fixed number of just 8. Then it said 5 or less, right? Let me double check again. 5 or less. So when they said 5 or less, that means 5 or less. So remember, your binomial distribution starts at 0. Your geometric starts at 1. So what you want to do for this one, the same thing we did here. So let me write this down. For B, it'll be your binomial CDF. Sample size is what? What did they say it was for number? Okay, it was 8. So you would do 8. The probability of 0.92. Your lower bound is 0. Your upper bound is 5. And just put that in your calculator. Again, this is your sample size. This is going to be your probability. This is going to be your lower bound. This is going to be your upper bound. Then when you put that in the calculator, you're going to get this, Angela. So, any questions? Just say no if you don't have any. Cool. So I'm going to go back and fix a couple of mistakes I made on here, but it's on the video. But some people I know not going to watch the video because they think they don't have to. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and change it anyway. All right, so if you go to the blog, it's going to tell you how to turn in the work. Some people, my honest attitude, said they wanted to put it on, print it out, put it on a computer. You don't have to do all that. Again, write it on a sheet of paper. Take a picture of it. Send it to me an email. Make sure that the subject line states AP statistics. Okay. All right, so we are done. And you got about 20 minutes, I guess, before you see Mr. Joseph. Okay, I'm gonna post the test at 5 o'clock. If you get it done in those 2 hours, I'll give you a bonus. If you're not, it's just a regular. I'm just gonna give you the test. Okay. Because this is my way of you being on the blog and you staying abreast. Because I have to keep up with who all's on the blog on a daily basis. Yes, I do, Vivian. I will be looking forward to you. Okay. So again, if you're taking this test, you need to be at these review sessions so I can focus on these open-ended questions so we can make 3, 4s, and 5s. Okay. But I'm telling you, I'm teaching you all the concepts, but you need to see how they're going to structure the questions on the AP exam. No, Angela, you have to go to Dr. Davis. I'm going to post the test at 5. You have until 7 to get it done in order to get those bonus points for being on here. Oh, the review session, if you're supposed to did it, came yesterday. We're going to do it on Fridays, but the review session starts promptly at 3:45. No, Isaiah, if you have it done by 7. At 7:01, I'm not gonna count it as for bonus. So yes. Okay, cool. That's fine. You don't have to do C for which part? For this. So just remember, inclusive means non-inclusive means you have to include 6 and 11. No. But unit 7, that's chapter 10. Remember when you do the AP statistics test, if you go on there, it only is going to cover 9 units. So unit 8 is going to be chapter 11. Unit 9 is chapter 12. Unit 7 is actually unit 10, chapter 10 in our book. You can't put what in the calculator, but you have a 84. So go to your 84, go to statistics, go to distribution, go to binomial CDF. Or you could go in the book, it'll show you how to do it. Angela, I'm gonna whoop you like you stole something. Now, all right. So if you have an Inspire, if you go to binomial CDF, you got a screen. It's going to ask you first, what's the sample size? And then the next line is going to ask you, what's the probability? The next line is going to say, what's the lower bound? The next line is going to say, what's the upper bound? Go click OK. Boom. That's the answer. What light's on? Is it this one? But it's still saying I can't see it. Okay. Okay. Also, if you go to the block, I've already worked this out. You didn't get what for your answer, man? Oh, what am I gonna do with y'all? Okay, so we doing for C. You go to menu, statistics, distribution, binomial CDF, not geometric CDF, but binomial. Then until your sample size is 12, your probability is 0.92. Your lower bound is 6, and your upper bound is 11. And you should get point if you're doing the C part. What did I do? So this should be for the C part right here. This should be for this. So 6323. This should be for C. All right. And then for B, so for B, this should be 0.0211. That's for B. So this is for C and this is for B. All right. So check to see if you have this for B. Check if you have this for C. You should have these two numbers right here. That should be your answer. Okay. Brianna, go to. Okay. All right. So for Brianna, you have your 84. Go to statistics. You should know how to do that, but you should know how to do that. Go to statistics, go to distributions, go to for B and C, you can do either one. As a matter of fact, let's do C. Okay, go to your binomial CDF. Then if it's in parentheses, you're gonna type in your sample size. In this particular case, it's 12, comma, 0.92, comma, your lower bound is 6, and your upper bound is 11, close the parentheses, and you just hit enter. Okay, good. All right, so if you can do all these problems, you should be fine on this test, and I'm going to give it 5. So I'm going to go back and, for the ones, tweak the problems that I did. Okay, fix that. So that's for people that come later. Well, it should be, but if you put so the inspire is not going to say lower bound, upper bound. You just have to put in parentheses this. If you have an inspire, it'll say lower bound, upper bound. It's today. We had it yesterday. We're going to do one today to make up for last Friday. Then we'll do another one this coming Friday. All right. Look in the book to see how to do cumulative. All right. And so, what? Okay, hold on. Let me tell you what page it is. I don't have a TI-84. You know what? Hold on. Let me see if Bryce brought his calculator back home. Then I can show you how to do it. But it's on page, I think it's 379. No, not 379. I'm bad. I'm sorry. What page is that on?
The cord was wrapped around the chair. I was trying to go around.
Mm-hmm.
You did it.
No, you did it. You did. All right. So
What happened to my sausage?
I thought you ate it. I guess Bryce ate it. Yeah. Brianna and Marie, whoever have a TI-84, if you go to page 389, it'll give you the instruction on how to do it. If you go to page 389, it'll show you exactly how to do your binomial distribution. On page, again, 389 in your book. Okay. All right. We don't have any questions, right? Lauren, what you oh my God for? Just go to page 389. It'll show you exactly how to do it. Why y'all subtracting, man? This calculator will do it for you. Yeah, it's regular on Friday. You do not have to do no subtraction. If you just put this in the calculator is doing everything for you. If you yeah, I guess you have to subtract. Yeah, you're right, Vivian. But if you go to, again, 389, I'll show you exactly how to do it. Okay. That's why the Inspire is so cool. Okay. So let me get y'all unconfused because you all are scaring me, man. All right, now. So I'm going to erase all this. And we're going to do some practice. So if you do, let's say we had the probability, we got 9 and 2. Let's say we want the probability X is going to be less than 6. All right. So that's the same as saying 1 minus probability that X is going to be. So if we do this, so that's going to be 1 minus the probability that X is less than or equal to 5. Right? So if you do what they say in the book, so you do 1 minus binomial CDF, sample size of this, what? So we said n is 12. So you would just do what? 12 is the sample size, 0.92, and you're going to 0.5. Because this is everything left on. So if I do this is 6 or higher. So if I do that, I should get 1 minus, go to the menu, distribution, binomial distribution, CDF. Okay, I have what? Sample size is 12. Probability is going to be 0.92. So I should get You should get basically 1. So you're gonna get 0.999 and a number. Okay. Because if you do this, it's the same as saying 1 minus the probability of P if it's binomial. 1 minus 0 plus dot plus probability equal to 5, because it's going to be a what? So this would be disjoint, wouldn't it? So mutually exclusive. So you got to take out 1 through 5. And if you take out 1 through 5, that should give you an answer. Yes, that's what I just put on the board. That's what's in the book. But if you have an Inspire, you don't have to do that. Now, everybody 84, you get this now? All right, cool. All right, what about Marie? Whoever else have an 84, you get it? Well, Thelma, you have 84. Thank you. What about you, Marie? My top 10%, people in the top 10 should be having a hard time with these questions. And you know who you are. I know who all's in the top 10. The top 20 should be having no problem doing this. Okay. I have doctors and lawyers and important businessmen that I have to brag about later in life. You shouldn't be doing this. You should be stressing out about this. Victoria. All right, now. So any questions? So we understand it? Got it? All right, so we ran over. I thought we'd have been done about 15 minutes ago, but the cool thing about it is we cleared up how to do it, okay? Make sure you know the difference between exclusively, and exclusively. Good job, Abby. Okay, outstanding. Okay, all right, go to class. See you this afternoon. I will make the corrections on the answer key, and I would post this at 5. Cool. See you later. Bye.